this is Bremster, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle I'm recording for my vault, which is puzzles that I am recording to put away for when I need something to fill a gap. And today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Ring Around a Rose by Sotek. I'm recording this in late April, and this was a puzzle I think I tested for Sotek probably, I think it was around Christmas last year. So this is not a blind solve, but it is definitely a puzzle I do not remember. It is a puzzle I have not seen for a long time. But I'm not going in completely blind. But because I do not know when this puzzle is going to be released, it could be 3 weeks from now, it could be 7 months from now. I'm not going to talk about what's going on my channel because I've got no idea. So let's just get straight onto the puzzle. We have three main rules in effect. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have arrow rules, which means the digits that are placed on the lengths of the arrows, the sum of those digits must get placed in the circle of the arrow. So if this was a 5 and this was a 2, then this would be a 7. That's how arrows work. And then you've got killer cages. And the way killer cages work is the digits that are placed in the cage, you sum them up and they must total the number in the top left corner of the cage. That's it. That's what we've got to go on. This is solvable. I do remember that it's solvable. I don't remember how. Let's give this a shot. Where to start? Box 5 is calling out to me like a siren from the depths. So 14, 13, and 12 are quite large totals. We know that the sum of all of the digits, so a complete box will contain all of the digits from 1 to 9. If you sum up the digits 1 to 9, you get 45. This is 14 plus 13 is 27, 39. 45 minus 39 is 6. The only way to make up 6 in 3 cells is 1, 2, and 3. Now, we have a 14, a 13, and a 12. So a 14 can be a 5, 9, or a 6, 8. 13 can be 4, 9, 5, 8, or 6, 7, but I can't use 5, 8 without breaking the 14 cage. So it's 4, 9, or 6, 7. 12 can be, can't use 3, 9 because then I would need that. It can be 4, 8, or 5, 7. 4, 8 doesn't break any of those. 5, 7 does not break any of those. So they're the options. Not as helpful as I want, but I've got everything down to 2 options. The puzzle's called Ring Around a Rose. I kind of need to look at this ring, don't I? Okay. So, what does the ring do? So this is a 6 and a 7. I'm going to bring up my calculator. This is a 6 and a 7. So if I've got 6 and 7, which is 13, then all of these other cells have to sum to 32. But this has a maximum of 9 and this has a maximum of 9. What's the minimum I can put on those? So what happens, for example, so I need to put a 7, an 8, and a 9 in there because I can't put 7, 8, or 9 into the cages. But there's 5 cells to put them, so that's not particularly... But they need to sum up to 32. But these can't sum up to more than 9. So 32 minus 9 is 23. So those cells are 23 or 24. Is that right? 45. Okay, so I've got 6, 7, and 9. Because this is 6, this is 7, and this has a maximum of 9. 6, 7, and 9 is 22. So these have to be 23 or 24. 23 is their minimum. So these are either 6, 8, and 9 or 7, 8, and 9. And these are all symmetrical. So that's the same for this. These are 6, 7, 8, and 9. These are 6, 7, 8, and 9. And this is 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so if I make this a 6, oh, let's do this one. Let's continue working in top row. If I make this a 6, then these cells here have only hit 6, 6, and 7, which are 19. 19 plus 24 is only 43. So if this is a 6 and I make this 7, 8, 9, I haven't hit the total. This can't be 6. Surely if I make this a 7, if this is 7, 6, and 7, then I've only got 20. 20 and 24 isn't enough either. This can't be 7 either. So this is an 8 or a 9. Because 7, 6, and 7 sums to 20. And then 7, 8, and 9, which are the maximum I could put into those, sum to 24. 20 and 24 is only 44, and the entire row needs to sum to 45. So this has to be 8 and 9. And these are symmetrical. So this can't be 6 or 7. This can't be 6 or 7. This can't be 6 or 7. Because all of these have the same 2-cell arrow and the 6 and the 7 cage. So we've got 6, 7, 8, and 9 possible in the corners. 8 and 9 only in the arrowheads. There's only two ways to make up a 6 cage. So these are either 1, 5 or 2, 4. So what can that be? So a 7 cage can be 1, 6, but I can't put the 6 there. So it'd be 1, 6. It can be 2, 5, but I can't do 2, 5 because I can't put 2 or 5 in that cell. Or it can be 3, 4. So it'd be 3, 4. So that's possible. Which gives me a virtual 1, 4 pair in the row. Which means I can't put 1 or 4 on that arrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've still got everything in that row. This is another one where I've got 1, 2, 4, 5. So this is 3, 6, and this is 1, 4. So I've got another virtual 1, 4 pair in this row. Column, that's a column. When it's vertical, it's a column. When it's horizontal, it's a row. We've had that since Roman times. So this was limited because I'd done that. What's this? Because this is also a virtual 1, 4 pair. So what can this be? A 12 cage. Well, I can use 3, 9. I can't use a 4 in it because I must. If I put a 4 in this this would become 1, 5, and there'd be no option there. So I can't use 4, 8. I can use 5, 7. I can't use 5 here because there's 5 taken up in this. So this can't be... No, wait, that can be 3. 5 goes with 7. This can't be 7. Problem is 7 can be 1, 6, 2, 5 or 3, 4. So I don't have the same restriction in these boxes. I do have a restriction in this row though. I can't put 7, 8 or 9 in a 7 cage. So I can only put 7, 8, 9 there, there or there. I can't put 7, 8, 9 in those cells, or those cells. There's only 3 cells that can take 7, 8 or 9. So that's 7, 8 or 9. There is no 4, 6 there. If there's no 4, 6 there, there's no 7, 9 there. It hasn't reduced the options for the cage as for what are the possible values, but it has limited it down. 8 must go in one of those two. Now 6 has to go somewhere in this row. 6 has to go in one of those two, which means one of these has to be a 1. See, if I could force 8 into this cage, then I would know 8 would be in there, and this would be restricted. Because I can't put 8 in any of those 7 cages. I can't put 8 in the 6 cage, and if 8 was in there, I couldn't put it in there. That become a pointing pair of 8s. That would become a 9, and I'd start having some knowledge about that outside ring. Similarly, I've got to put 7, 8, and 9 in there. Can I use that to put pressure on that? Well, does that mean that and that have to be the same? Yeah, because 8 and 9 can't go up here. So whatever that is goes there. So those are the same and must go up there. But could still go in either of those. But this is an 8 or a 9. Oh wait, I don't need to do the pressure here. Because I can't put 8 in any of those. 8 is in one of those 3. That is a 9. So what does that do? Well, 9 can't go in there anymore. 9 can't go... This is a 9. So this is a 3. There's no 9 in there, so there's no 5 in there. This is 6, 8. This is a 4. 4 goes with 9. There's no 4 in there. 4 goes with 8. So this is now known. There's no 5 there with 1. There's no 4 there with 2. Three, nine, 4, 5, 1, 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nine must go in one of those two. 7. There's no 9 there. That 9 sees that. That's 8, which makes that 8. So those are both resolved now, which looks down, making that 6 and that 8. So this is now an 8, which takes 8 out of there. 8 now must be here, which takes 8 out of there. And out of there, that's a 9. So, and that's not a 9 either. So what can this 8 be? Hang on. Can be 1, 7? It could be 1, 7. I can take 8 out of there. 9 must be in one of those two, because 9 can't go down here. I can't put 9 in a 6 or a 7 cage, so 9 is in one of those two. Actually, a better way of asking it is, where does 9 go in this column? Because 9 can't go here because it sees that. 9 isn't there. I can't put 9 in a 6 or a 7 cage, and I cannot put 9 on an arrow. That is a 9, so that becomes an 8. So now we've got these virtual 1-4 pairs still, don't we? Because actually, this is down to a quad. Do I want to mark the quad? I think I do. Actually, I'm pretty certain I do, because 9 has to go in one of those two, because I can't put 9 there and I can't put 9 in any of the cages. Which puts 9 down here, but I can't put 9 in a 6 cage. So 9 is in one of those two. But this has to either be 1, 5 or 2, 4. So there is a 1 or a 4 in there, and there's a 1, 4 there. So I cannot put 1 or 4 on this. So it can't be 1, 7. I couldn't put 4 on this anyway. So that's not helpful. But I can't use 1, 7. If I use 2, 6... So it's 2, 6 or 3, 5. Is any of those broken? Well, I can't use 1, 7. So where does 7 go in the row? I can't put 7 in a 7 or a 6 cage, and I cannot use 1, 7 because there's a virtual 1, 4 pair. That's the 7. So actually, I can do math. People argue whether I can do math. There has been debate on this subject. 9 plus 6 plus 7. Yeah, actually, I'm going to rely on a spreadsheet. 9 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 is 39. So this plus this, all of these sum up to 39. So that has to be a 6. So this is a 3. This is a 4. I take 4 out of there, which means I take 2 out of there. This is a 1-5 pair. So this has to be 2-7. There's a 5 in there now, so that's 4 and 2. The debates on whether I can do math will continue for a long time, or until morale improves. This is 6, 7, 8. That's not 6 or 8. That is 7. That is 8. That is 6. That 8 makes that 7. Putting 7 down here. Well, it's not going in a 6 cage. No matter how much I try, I can't type -1. And believe me, I try. I must put a 1 in this row. But we know that the 1 in this box goes in one of those two spots because it has to go with a 6. So that has to be the 1 and that has to be the 6. So this is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is an 8, 9 pair. And there's an 8 looking at it. That's a 9. That's an 8. That resolves that 9 pair. That goes there. So what's left in here? I still could put 2, 5 or 3, 4. This is 2, 5 or 3, 4. So this could go either way. Well, I can't put 4 there, so I can't put 3 there. Huh. Well, that can't be 3 because I can't go 3, 3 in a 6 cage. So this is 4, 2 or 1. It can't be 1. This can't be 5. So this is a 2, 4. Does that... I don't... Let's work down here. 1, 2, 3. Well, 3 has to go with 5. This has to be 3, 5 now. This 2, 4 means this 6 cage can't be 2, 4. You put 2, 4 in there, that blows up. This is not 2, 4, it's 1, 5. Five and 5 line up. Well, that's 1, 5, so I can take 1, 5 out of there. That's a much simpler way of doing it. That's now 2, 4, which makes that 1 and that 6, which takes 6 out of there, which means that's not 2. This is 3, 5. 5 and 5 are lining up, so 5 has to go down here somewhere. I'm not sure I can limit that yet. Now the trick is knowing where to look. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no 4 there. There's no 6 in any of those, so that becomes a 6. This is a 4, 5. There's a 1, 5 looking at it. This becomes a 4. This becomes a 5. That 4 looks over, making that 2 and that 4. The 2 looks back, making that 7 and that 2. This is now a single digit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 6. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 and 4. So this is a known triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. That is not 9. We've got triples down here. I'm going to fill them in and see what I end up with. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. That's not 8. So that can't be a 1 because 1 would need an 8 and I can't do it. So that's not a 1. So it's 2, 7. Actually, that can't be a 3 because I'd need a 6. So that is a 2 and a 7. So I take 2 out of there and I take 7 out of there. 5 is now lining up here and here, so these are not the 5s. This is a 5 and this is a 1. And by that I mean 5 can't be in those cells, or those couldn't be in those cells because 5 had to be there. So 5 in this box had to go there, but it couldn't be in those cells because the 5s had to line up here. So all of the lining up 5s from those and those meant that had to be the 5, placing a 1 here. So these are now known, which are 3 and 4. 3s line up here and here, which means these cannot be 3. That has to be the 3. This 4 looks up making that 2 and that 4. Type the correct digit or you'll end up in trouble. This is 1 and 7. Four comes out of those. In fact, that can't be 4, 3 anymore. This is 2, 5. That has to be the 3, which takes 3 out of there. That 3 looks up making that 5 and that 3. The 1 looks up making that 4 and that 1. This is now a pair. 1, 2, and 4. The 4 looks over making that 2 and that 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I can't put a 7 in a 7 cage. That's a 1. That's a 6. That's a 7. Don't even know why I tried. I couldn't undo it if I tried, and I tried. Stop doing Hamilton quotes, Bremster. I'll never stop doing Hamilton quotes. We all know me better than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a 9, which looks up making that 7 and that 9. 7 looks down making that 5 and that 7. Still got to type correctly or else I'll be in trouble. 5 looks up making that 1 and that 5. That places that as a 1. That is a 2. That is a 3. The 2 makes that a 5 and that a 2. The 5 makes that a 1 and that a 5. The 3 looks down making that a 4 and that a 3. In here I need to put a 2 and the final digit seems to be an 8. And that is the correct puzzle. I should have restarted. I need to get into the habit of restarting my timer when I restart the puzzle. I don't think that took me an hour. No, it was just under half an hour. I very much lucked into that one, I think. Finding the trick on these arrows a bit faster than I expected to. That was a cool puzzle. Thank you, Sotek, for contributing a puzzle that I could add to my vault. That will be a nice one for me to drop when I need to. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you for all of the support that I've been getting. I shouldn't say lately because I have no idea when this puzzle will drop. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle. And as always, good luck with your solving.